Does it work? It
I don't
says
know.
it
I'm clicking the
says.
buttons. Yep.
Okay, I think we're good. Yay! Okay, all right.
Yep, we're there. We're there.
Very cool. My machine is sitting at 30%. Really?
That should be plenty. Yeah, a lot of.
Wow.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
It's 30% CPU. So, okay, I have lots of things to talk about. I don't know if we're gonna get into the Gen 2 stuff at all today, because I accidentally made a mistake. We can visit Gen 2 for 10 minutes. But remember at the end of the
I,
last stream, I
I have to make
was
a confession as well, but go ahead.
uh-oh. You haven't fixed it yet. I knew
I
it.
attempted to. Listen,
Oh.
I attempted to, and I don't know. I feel like I need to. I feel like giving up. Could I
Oh,
fix it? Probably if I put a bunch of time into it. I
right.
probably could. And so I got Grub back installed on it, but it's not picking up my kernels.
Oh no. That's not
So
good.
like it boots into Grub, and then you get the Grub menu, and then you got nothing because there's no kernels there to boot into.
Right.
But the kernels are there, and they're in the boot directory. So I don't know what went wrong. I think I pointed it wrong
Yeah.
when I did the make Grub thing.
Oh, I see.
I
Okay.
don't know how to recover from that necessarily, but I need to figure it out.
Okay.
Maybe I'll install Refind or something.
Honestly, why not, right? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, where does Refind go? Like, so when
I
you
don't
in
know, but it works really well. Anytime I've ever needed it, it's like worked really well.
But and on top of that, like it's operating system independent so long as you have a current operating
It
system
goes
to
in the
install it on.
EFI. Like it goes in your
Right.
EFI. Yeah,
Exactly. So that would as long as you went EFI,
I did.
that is yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. Okay.
that's where I'm at. I I banged my head on the desk for a while with that one. I don't know why or where it went wrong, but it totally went wrong and
I
didn't build Grub for like a wipe Grub from everything. So then I got that reinstalled, and that was
Yeah.
good, but I didn't point it at the right boot directory. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I thought I had it mounted, like because you have to root in and then mount
Right.
everything, and I thought I had it mounted right, but I don't know. I just did the commands and it installed it in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Huh. How weird. Well, I mean, I don't know how much help I can be with something like that unless it's just to encourage you to install Refine. But I mean, hey, I'll look at it with you.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm just I didn't have a lot of time to really, and I'm just like it's so frustrating because it's
Mm-hmm.
so close. It's almost there, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna go in my end report, if you will, right?
Well, we
Because
have, let me see, we have 5 more episodes? No,
right,
yeah, sort of. No, 6. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so yeah, we have 6 more episodes. You know, that simultaneously feels like too many episodes to go, but also, my God, we're on the other end of the halfway point, so we're almost done.
we are, and
Simultaneously too long away and too short.
yes, that's where we're at. So I
Yeah.
mean, this is gonna go in my end report, and I'm trying my best not to totally nuke and pave. Although if it were a different installation, I would have nuked and paved by now.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
listen, sometimes reinstalling is way faster than fixing your problem. Even though yes, you can fix your problem.
Well, yeah, I think that's why a lot of people do it, honestly.
Yeah,
Because it's just way, 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 way
you always get
easier to
that
deal
one
with.
guy that says, "Why didn't you take the time to fix it?" Well, I didn't take the time to fix it because it takes a lot of time.
Right. Exactly. Oh, cool. I've never actually been in the little, there's a control room in Twitch.
hmm Okay, I've been in the YouTube one, so I know what that looks like.
Yeah, I've never actually. Oh, there's quick actions. What's this? Oh, edit stream info, clip that, raid channel.
No,
Okay.
there's where you raid the channels, huh?
That's how you do that. Okay.
hmm Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, I want it to monitor the chat. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
doing, but
Oh,
I
I
haven't
should
actually
probably
told anybody we're doing this yet.
right.
Crap.
You,
Well,
you, you
Dan,
know what I should do is I should pop out the chat.
could you do me a favor? You know what? You're not. Okay, I'm about to do something bad.
Okay.
You'll have to, everybody will just have to forgive me. I'll be right back. But
Oh, Dave's here. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
hey. All right, but
Yeah.
yeah, y'all hang out for a minute and
Yeah. We'll be here.
how do I see how many people are in the stream right now? Oh wait,
Well,
there
that
I
I
see
don't
it.
know.
I see it. It's up top. Okay. I'll be right back. It's very important, but okay, I'll explain.
Yeah, fair enough. So, welcome to the stream. I'm here by myself with Leo's sweatshirt, doing a thing. We are just talking about my Gen 2 install and how I don't know, I broke it. And actually, I did updates, and what happened was the grub reinstallation went fine. Or went bad. It totally borked it from my EFI partition, and yeah,
Don't
I don't know. And
look.
so that's gone now, and yeah, I need to get some bootloader back. Anyway, Leo's back.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this. I can't actually see my camera right now. I'm gonna put this off camera. Don't look. Don't.
Yeah, I'll get it fixed. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Well. Oh, shh. Don't look.
I'm not looking.
Okay.
Can't see anything. I
Is it?
actually can't see it.
I know. I'm doing really good at not showing anybody what this is. I have to be a little half in, half out today. So, all right. So
Okay.
in the past few streams, I think Dan, you've known this.
Mhm.
I have wrong thing. I have been using Windows. I know. No, we went deep
I know.
into it. We
I'm kidding.
we
I'm
talked
kidding.
a whole lot about it this last time.
Blasphemy.
Let me see.
Using that other technology.
Oh, Gen 2.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's unfortunate that you had to use Windows.
I mean, as far as OBS is concerned, it's a way easier situation than currently it. Okay, I've got more to say. Hang on.
No, you're all right. I was just making talk. Yeah, I don't know whether it's better on Twitch or Discord. I mean, it's entirely up to you. I don't know. Probably a little less laggy if you did Discord, but Twitch is pretty good.
Is it laggy?
I don't. There's always going to be a little delay for stream,
Yeah,
right?
maybe.
I would expect a little.
Well, I think that delay.
OBS introduces some, right?
Yeah, that delay is on purpose. Well, some of it.
Yeah.
Because especially with
well, if you end up buffering it all or anything, like it helps with that, right? Gets you caught back up.
Right.
So I don't know. To answer the question, I'm not really sure which one's better. Probably doesn't matter since we watch both.
Right. Okay. I think. Almost.
Yeah, there's some stuff.
There we go. Cool. All right. I got it. Oh, wait. One more. I forget. Not that I don't love the Linux Saloon community. I just forget to go in there all the time because you have to click twice to go in there all the time.
Yeah,
that was the fastest. Oh, okay. Never mind. That wasn't the different thing. I thought you did the one in Linux Saloon. I was like, oh my God, I just posted that. Your reaction to it in in Telegram. Maybe this is the play. I just need a separate machine to do all the monitoring and all that.
Yeah, you think so?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But that's part of the whole entire conversation I want to be having today. Is I'm currently using my framework laptop using Fedora 39 with Plasma 5.27 on Wayland. So a big part of this is I opened my big mouth and said something to the effect of, "Why aren't you using Wayland?" And as that episode came out and as we moved forward, I was like, well, I can't just say that and then not do that thing, right? You got to dog food. If you're going to say something like that, you got to back it up. And so I've been backing it up. I've been on Ubuntu 23.10, I believe.
10? Mm-hmm.
And on GNOME using Wayland, and it was great for the most part, but OBS would just take a big fat dump if you went from the scaled screen and drug it over to the non-scaled screen. It would crash the entire Wayland session. But I learned that this is because Ubuntu uses a scaling hack that GNOME for years has rejected, as in that is they are not going to go down that road for scaling. That's why it's not enabled by default in Fedora or Arch or any of these other places. Ubuntu is one of the very few places that you can find that quarter scaling enabled by default. You can do 200% scaling or 100% scaling, but anything in between is a hack according to GNOME. See, I can never... It's that episode... no, I think they're either now. I think that was the last they said about it was, call it what you want.
Originally, they were definitely GNOME.
Of course, because they were a GNU project. So it made a difference. But anyway, so that's a hack. That's not something that they want to merge. They will not merge that. They're waiting for a proper solution, but a proper solution is esoteric at the moment, right? Like, I think it's more theory than it is code. But I do believe, last I saw, they actually have centered on a solution. Now we're in the implementation phase of that, so we should see that maybe in the next couple of years. But
like 46 or 7.
I don't know if it'll be that long. I think it'll probably be closer to 41 or
no, we're 45 now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then yes, yeah. Actually, I'm thinking Fedora 40, Fedora 41, because 40's coming.
Oh, right.
So yeah, I guess as far as Fedora goes, we might actually see that implemented in Fedora 41 or 42 or something like that. But you're right. As far as gnomes go, 46 or 47, yes.
Gotcha.
So what's a man to do besides embrace the blur, right? The one thing I don't want to do is use Plasma 6 yet because it's not done cooking. I know. I'm using it. It's over here. It does work. I have it going. I love the floaty bar. That's just cool.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Actually, I like the new menu too.
Yeah.
It's sort of revamped, and I like it. It's good. I can live with that.
I'm digging it, man. I'm really digging it. I've always had a soft spot for Fedora, man, or for Plasma. One of these days, I'll have all these names and words and projects straight, so I'll say what I mean. So I was like, all right, but whatever I choose, it's got to be on Wayland. There's no other, no ifs, ands, whatever. And if I start up a stream, it's going to have to be on Wayland. So I was in this transition phase over the past couple of streams because I knew Ubuntu wasn't going to work without kind of finagling it, like not doing scaling, but then I couldn't read anything on the screen, and it was not cool. Oh, by the way, back up. The only reason I'm doing any of this is because I have mixed DPI. Framework needs 150% scaling. This monitor in front of me is 1080p, so it needs no scaling. So mixing and matching breaks everything, obviously. So
yeah, because it's not normal.
Well, yeah, you're right.
What's normal,
you're right.
Though, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, a constant DPI across all screens is what is normal. What I think
people pair up their stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like make it all match.
Yeah.
For other reasons, not necessarily the technological reasons.
Yeah. But I also think
plays well.
Yeah, and I also think the devs tend to take that stance that I took a long time ago, which is just buy hardware that works. And buying mixed DPI hardware on the outset is a bad idea because of exactly what I'm experiencing. So, there's just pitfalls to it. So, so in that interim, I'm using Windows, right? For the last couple of streams, at least, I was using Windows, but I mean, we were playing with Gentoo over SSH or something. So I didn't feel like it was like, I'm half in, half out. We're playing with Linux, but I'm remoting into it from a Windows machine that just happens to be running the OBS session, which is I didn't particularly care. And I don't think anybody else did either, but still.
No, I give you a hard time about it, but that's fine.
And that's cool. I actually, I love that.
Yeah.
But but I still have it in the back of my mind. Like, I need to be dog fooding this. I can't just say use Wayland and then not use Wayland. So my next question was, how do I make it go then? If I'm going to want to do Wayland, but I can't do GNOME right now because it's a hack, what do I do? Plasma. And I don't want a Plasma 60 set, still cooking. So Plasma 527, where can I get that? Pretty much anywhere. But then I had to weigh this other situation, which was, but I also want Plasma 6 when it's ready. And the only place I'm going to get that without having to hack it in is Fedora or Arch. And I should have gone Arch.
I just say that.
But I can't go Arch because Arch requires that stupid EFI shim thing or whatever so that I can boot a secure kernel. Yeah, for secure boot. So I have all of these little weird things that are forcing me onto Fedora 39 with Wayland because of secure boot, because of mixed DPI, because of just all of this.
Well, it's definitely a you problem.
It is. Nobody else would be going through the same things I'm going through because they don't have.
They gave up way before now.
Right. But I'm a stubborn dude, so I have set these parameters for myself, and it's gonna work. I'm gonna make it work. That's
Fair
for
enough.
sure. So I think I'm on the software stack that. The hardware stack required this software stack to make everything work. And I think I'm finally on it. I've got everything set up. We are currently streaming. OBS is telling me that we have not crashed. Nope. I even went so far as to, if you look at the screen, you're on Twitch, of course you are. Look at the screen.
Not this one, but this one over here.
Over here.
I can see it.
I've got crops and things. I've got our logo up there. I've got the socials and stuff. That was a hack job. I want to make a better one for later, but it
looks like it's coming together. It's coming together.
Yeah. So this ain't no Steve's very own live stream, but it is a live stream. Yeah. I mean, getting all the monitors at the same time would help, but I think my real thing is just that I forced myself into this mixed DPI situation because I wanted a framework laptop. And
the laptop's never going to match a monitor anyway. So if you're using the laptop screen, which you probably are, it's never going to match. Right?
Yeah, but with a 1080p screen at 100% scaling, it's not unreadable. You'd be able to get around, but with the framework screen at 100% scaling, I mean, it's not 4K. It's not that tiny, but it's still tiny.
Small enough.
Yeah, you can actually see it. There was on the stream that I did with Ubuntu, you'll see me just come up to the screen a bunch of times because I'm squinting. What does that even say?
Yeah. Well, that's my laptop's 14-inch, and yes, it's not crazy high DPI, but it's high enough that if I don't get it to 125, I'm like you. I'm squinting at it. I can read it, but it's small.
Yeah, at 1080p.
I'm old, so enough of that.
125 on 1080p, I think, is a sweet spot, and it gives you that look and feel of a 1600 by 900 screen, and I think that's the sweet spot for a 13, 14-inch laptop.
Right,
bigness, and people will die on that hill. They're like, no. 11-inch screen at 1080p, 100% scaling, and I'm like, my God, man.
Good for you. Let me get another pair of glasses before I try.
Yeah, I need that one cool one that they have that has that little magnifying glass that goes.
Yeah, it drops down.
Yeah. You do that, and I need, and it would totally work. Totally work.
Yes.
So, but I think I found the sweet spot. I think we're good. But I do have gripes. So the It fixed the Ubuntu problem. OBS does not crash. I'm not going to do it right now because we're streaming, but I did crank it from scale to scale to scale to scale over and over and over again. That crashed the entire Wayland session on Ubuntu, but it does not crash it in Plasma. But I know that Plasma has a different X. No, it's not even. No, this one's a Wayland app. So it just has a different way to do the scaling as you go across screens.
Yeah.
So whatever Ubuntu is doing in GNOME just destroys the entire session. But Plasma's got it right, at least good enough. So
Well,
we're good with that.
that's the 5 series. It's Plasma 5. So definitely some of those improvements didn't make it from 6 to 5. So it may only get better.
Which is exactly why I want to go from Fedora 39 to Fedora 40, get on to Plasma 6, test this all again, and then I'll report back. But we have that drops in like June or something. When does let's see, Fedora
Usually
40 April.
But
Oh,
when
you're
it's
right.
When it's ready.
Well, true,
Sure.
but they do have that 3-week long window or whatever that they'll.
Yeah, they put it in the window.
Yeah. Schedule.
It's coming along. I think from what I've been reading, things are frozen up, and now they're fixing the bugs, much like Ubuntu. Same. They're about the same pace.
Let's see. Final freeze. Final target. Final target is April 23rd. Okay, so late April. Oh, I see. So they're currently targeting the early target date, which is April 16th, but they're giving themselves that additional 7-day window to target the 23rd. But I know that, if it's not ready, it's not ready. So they'll push it to April 30 if they need to. But that's cool. So, okay. So I've got, and that's great because Plasma 6 is going to come in that. I won't be able to get on it on Ubuntu until October. So
yes,
it's just too long to wait. From April to October, I would need to wait, and I want Plasma 6 to soon
want it now.
That. Yeah, I want it now. Give me now. But hey, Steve, I was actually just talking about you and how my live stream is not nearly as cool as yours, even though we've added a dash of color up there. It's a dash of color now. But I want something a little better, a little more streamlined for the stream. I think I need to watch more Steve's very own streams to learn how to do it better, I think is the answer to that. So,
yeah, Steve's really showing the way on that. That's those streams have been good.
Yep. Ooh, Fedora Cosmic. That's right. There's a new spin in the Fedora world. There's the Cosmic spin, and that's I want to try it out. That one's going to be cool too.
It'll be Wayland.
Mm-hmm. And they're the only ones that actually follow through with their threat to drop GTK, right? Or drop GNOME base.
Like it's a total rewrite. Totally their own desktop environment.
Yeah, it's on top of
written in Rust.
You were gonna say it. Yeah,
it's Rust.
So that's really cool. I really like that they stuck to their word because there was another desktop that was throwing around words and it didn't happen, and it doesn't look like it's ever gonna happen. I think I touched on it on an episode, but
then it happened.
Did it?
Well, I don't know. They're happening. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I don't think they did. I don't think they did it. They didn't do it.
There's still some. I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, they didn't do it. Is the
not yet? No, they didn't.
And I don't know.
Maybe they never will.
Well, I think a couple of people have asked about it, and it just kind of got, don't worry about that. Just
shh, don't worry.
I think that's what happened. They didn't get brushed off or anything. They just kind of got ignored. But I think that's also, it got pushed down the list. If it's going to happen one day, it still got pushed way down the list because, we got bigger fish to fry, which is merging the Serpent OS stuff with Solus stuff. And the people that were just working on Budgie are now also working on Solus again. And it's all this weird little
Very.
mix and match kind of situation. But that's cool
And they're
though.
still working on some of the serpent tools to bring into Budgie, and yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, can't forget to say, hey Adam. Hey Adam.
Adam, hello.
Okay. Now, oh yeah, okay. So I have questions. So
Okay.
I do
Okay.
want to continue using the framework laptop, but I've also gotten the itch to just go with a little desktop or something like that. And that would require me to get a second monitor, which I do actually have one. It's down here. It's been sitting down here forever. I hope it still turns on. That'll be an extra couple $100 expense that I don't want to spend. But um, so in kind of prepping for that, I've been doing a little shopping, and
Okay. Okay.
there are these things here. Look, okay, I'm not
I know where
endorsing
you're going.
Newegg. I haven't bought anything off of Newegg in a long time. I don't know how well everything works. Oh God, turn that
Well,
down.
it depends. I'm just going to say it depends.
Yeah,
Based on my personal experience.
yeah,
Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
yeah. All the craziness that's going on. So here, this is another thing in Plasma. I've never had this before, but your audio is choppy as my
Oh,
CPU cranks up a little bit. This is new. So this has got to be
okay.
a
Yep.
Plasma thing. I think it's all the JavaScript on the web pages that are, I mean, once I hit pretty close to 100% CPU, it starts dropping your frames to me.
Huh.
Yeah, and that's coming in.
That's
That's annoying. But okay, so like this. What I
yeah.
wish,
Yeah, I get you.
yeah, that's what's happening. I'm watching it on BTOP, and I hit 99%, and then you start to get a little choppy.
Yeah, well,
I
that's just
wonder
me.
what if I'm probably gonna break it if I do this. My God, there's just so much JavaScript happening on a Newegg web
There's
page.
so much JavaScript on the internet, but like, yeah, I get you.
Good
Yeah, no,
Lord,
there's
man.
a lot. They're busy. They do spin up your thing.
Look at this. Like, I feel like I
Mhm.
need no script. You know, actually, that
Yeah,
might not be a bad idea for the stream, huh? Does that still
might not be
work?
terrible. I don't know. I use uBlock, so I don't know.
Well, I have uBlock too, but uBlock
I'm
doesn't
just saying, I
stop.
haven't felt a need to add something else like no script.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, bear with me. Okay, no script is on. Okay, I gotta turn no script off on on the Twitch window because then it won't.
You
It
broke
won't.
Twitch, huh?
I don't think it
Imagine that.
did actually. Dan, type something into the chat box. Let me find out.
Uh,
Yeah, Adam, I am enjoying being part of the 4%. Yeah, he's talking about the Linux hitting 4% market share over, what was it, the last week, right? Something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, just kidding. Look at that. That came right up. Okay, so Twitch window didn't break. Oh,
Okay, cool.
that's the other thing on Fedora. We need to remind me, circle back around, talk about FFmpeg, because I'm not happy. But we'll get there.
I can't say that I am either, but go ahead.
Not happy. I've never been happy with the FFmpeg.
FFmpeg.
Yeah,
FFmpeg.
on Fedora. It's never been good. It's never been a good experience. It's never supported everything. Anyway, we'll come back to that. All right, hey, so I got no script. That's cool. And dude,
Yep.
seriously, this thing like it cranked it
Stops
down
it up.
like a good 10%. So it won't be perfect, but it will be better, maybe. All right, so I have an 11th gen Intel on this framework, and it is quite good. I really don't have any complaints. It does kind of cap out right now, like as I'm doing Discord, surfing the web, doing an OBS stream, monitoring on Twitch, all kinds of stuff, right? I mean, I've got BTOP running. It's in a transparent window. So, like, and I've got that in front of my camera. So, like, I'm blurry on one screen, not on the other. So it's just been, I'm not being nice to my CPU. I'm being rough.
It's okay.
But
hey, unused CPU is wasted CPU. So there you go.
Unless when using all your CPU, Dan gets choppy and spackly.
Yeah, that might be too much.
That's too much. But see, like right now, all this stuff is trying to. Oh my god! It like has to generate stuff.
Look at all the junk it's doing, right?
I know. Yeah. It's terrible. I absolutely hate it. But okay, so I just won't go away from this part right here. So I'm looking at getting a NUC because these aren't the most expensive boxes in the world. But if I have to go Intel, I kind of want to get onto the whole big little, not big little. What is it? Oh, it is big little. Intel calls it big little.
Yeah.
Where they have performance cores, and then they have efficiency cores, and even the i3 has like 10 cores. So 2 performance and 6 efficiency, and then the 2 performance cores have 4 threads total. So that gives you a total of 10 threads, and they'll use that 10 number a lot, even though, you know, it's...
Well, yes, they have to inflate it.
Yeah, exactly, right. It's not a whole nother thread, or at least not a whole nother full thread.
It's not yeah, right.
Right. You're not getting 100% out of that, not ever.
It's shared.
Right.
But, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's helpful.
Yeah. So, but I was thinking, all right, so the i3 has that many. The i5 has 2 more performance cores, and I think that's really where I want to be, because the Intel processor I'm on right now is one of the ultra chill ones. What do you call it? Like, chiller. Lower performance, so the battery life lasts longer, whatever that is.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those, but it's still got 4 physical cores, and it's got 8 threads, so... going with the i3 would be a downgrade, but going with an i5, since I'm on an i7, I'm on the i7 1165 G7. Going for an i5 12th gen would get me access to the efficiency cores and 4 physical cores with 8 total threads, so that I don't know, I feel like it's going to be a pretty big performance boost. And if you look at things like Passmark, it's a huge performance boost. So let's see. 11.
Yeah, it makes sense.
65 G7. And I know these numbers aren't like gospel or anything. Oh, look at that. DuckDuckGo sent me to the non-scripty site, which, sure, I appreciate that. You probably helped me a lot. All right. Okay, so that's no slouch. And
it's really good.
But really, what I'm here for is checking out course threads, turbo speed. It really does kind of make that easy to see. And then, let's see, what was I looking for? What was the other one? 12 something or another?
Yeah, whatever they do.
1240p.
Nope, thingy.
1240p. Oh.
I just have to say, though, that these model numbers are terrible.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, they got... once they hit the 10 series, they went the other direction with it. They chopped off an entire...
Yeah, but they're just terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it. It's bad.
Yeah. Okay.
People think, Linux and open source name things terribly, but...
I know, right? And graphics cards are no better. They're in the same boat.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, carry on.
All right, so we're looking at almost a doubling of performance here. So the thing, like, if you're going to use this website or whatever, the thing to really look at is a single thread rating, and these are the performance cores. These are the normal cores, and it's got a rating of 3290 versus a rating of 2828. So it's not as huge of a leap as they would kind of have you believe, but with the additional, it's still 4-core 8-thread, but with the additional efficiency cores that add 16 more threads of a slower, essentially, processor. So I mean, we've got 12 actual CPUs on this guy, and then oh no, I see. So it's 8 and 8. So this would be 16 threads. So those efficiency cores don't have the hyperthreading or whatever, but the performance
Right.
cores do. And they're clocked slower, but I mean the entire point of this is that I mean you really got 8 slightly slower threads on the CPU to be able to actually take
Yeah,
advantage of.
you think about what your machine does 90% of the time, just kind of sitting there running some stuff, and you know, it's not really doing much.
Right,
It's perfect.
exactly. Well,
That's the perfect thing to, throw at that.
right, and Adam's got it right. It's really up to the scheduler to decide
Right.
where the processes actually live on which cores.
Some of it's that like pressure level that it like the system, well, the scheduler figures out, right? Like it
Right,
determines on what that demand is, or predicts even a little bit of what the future demand will be.
exactly. So, Linux got their this big little support later on than Windows did. So I'm sure Windows handles it a little bit
Mhm.
better, but I think just the addition of eight additional cores
Mhm.
is big enough to warrant the situation here, because it would avoid exactly what I'm dealing with right now. When the CPU pegs out at 99%, Dan is choppy, and I don't want that.
We don't want, yeah, we don't want to get choppy.
But here's the thing. It doesn't happen like this in Windows. I did the same exact stuff, the
Mhm.
same exact workflow, the same exact applications, the same everything. And yet somehow it doesn't behave that way on Windows. So there's stuff that is slightly worse, I guess. I don't know why exactly that is, but the experience is slightly worse over here. And it didn't happen in Ubuntu GNOME either. So this might be just a Plasma issue. It might be a Fedora issue. I don't know exactly why. But this would band-aid the issue by just having so much power that it doesn't ever actually do that. So, I mean,
What's wrong with that? Like, that seems like a good problem to have.
I enjoy overkill. That's
Fair enough.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm watching what you're doing here, because I'm maybe a little overdue for replacing this desktop in front of me.
Look,
Um, it,
what
it's
is
it's
you've got a pretty good processor in that guy though.
it's a 2700
27.
AMD.
Okay. That was a step up from my
So
previous box, but a step down from my current
eight,
box over
eight
there.
cores, 16 threads. So
Mhm.
it's, quite a little bit, but
Yep.
it's power hungry. It's
Yeah.
it's a hungry fella.
Yeah. So
Wow.
let's see
Yeah.
2700X, you said?
Yep.
Uh so as far as this software goes, we'll see where this guy stacks up. I do want to say 2700 or 2700X?
X.
X. Got it. You're probably in the 20s. Oh, wow, look at that. So we're talking, so single thread rating, 2422. So this guy,
Hmm.
the Core i5 1240p on the performance cores, which there are only 4 of compared to your 8,
8. Yeah.
the single thread rating is higher by pretty large margin. Yeah.
It is quite a little bit, but I mean, it's I don't know. Given the age, it's not huge.
No, not at all. I mean, this is last year's, maybe a little over last year's.
Right.
These CPUs are probably about 2 years old. Your 2700X is probably closer to 4 or 5 years old, right?
5. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the 5000 series is the newest series, and I know we're pretty close to a new generation in AMD because
Yeah.
they need to move to DDR5. They need to move to the AM5. Like that, there's a whole revolution about to happen in AMD, and hopefully that means a whole lot more performance too.
Well, some of that stuff's out, I think.
Oh, good. Oh, great. All right. So then maybe the revolution is halfway here. I just
Yeah.
haven't I bought my 5800X 2 years ago. Not last Christmas, but the Christmas prior to that, I think. Maybe the Christmas prior to that. I might be coming up on 3 years now. When did that release?
Yeah, you might be. I don't know if you're 2 or last. You might only be 1. I don't know.
This is last generation for sure. Like, this is the current gen. No, it's not. There's a half-step gen right now. I think it's the 5800 XT is the most currentest gen.
That's easy to track.
Yeah.
I do think they are pairing those with DDR5 and stuff, though.
The XTs maybe. The 5800X is definitely. Yeah, 2021. Yeah, so we're coming up on. Yeah, I got it in December of 2022 then, because it was slightly on sale, and I was really happy about that.
So yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, Christmas 2024 would be 2 years then. Okay, so that guy's gonna live on for at least another year and a half, at least, as my main desktop. Plus any kind of games. I mean, it's got my video card in it, so can't get rid of that yet. But anyway.
Well,
so yeah,
you say that, I'm on the fence with that too. But go ahead.
What are you running right now?
I have a 5700 XT.
Oh, me too. Okay. Yeah, same card.
Yep.
That's right. Do you have the Sapphire one too?
No, I have.
You used to have the box up there. I remember.
It's over there. It's
okay.
XFX.
XFX. Okay. Yeah, I went with the Sapphire one. And I think something's up with the fans. Like, sometimes it'll just be like, hey, guess what, man? 100% fans. How about that? And, like, I'm doing nothing.
Yeah. No. And so, yeah, Adam says 2700X is still a decent CPU. It is. It works great. I love it. It's fantastic.
I really want to say anything off that very first Ryzen architecture. So starting with the 2000 series, you're golden, man. You're still good for another couple of years at least. Unless you're running into things that are actually CPU bound, I don't think you need to upgrade. But I am running.
I was thinking more from the efficiency standpoint, because like I said, this thing is super power hungry.
Yes. Oh, true.
More than any of the later generations. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's look at that. Let's look at this.
So you get some performance, but
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
So
there it is. 105. Yeah.
Wow. So for the same general overarching, not going into full 8-core or 16-thread, multi-threaded applications, you're getting generally similar performance out of the, where's the TDP here? I'm missing it. Oh, it's around here somewhere. 28.
Oh, it's right there. 28.
Yeah. So for 1/4 of the juice, you're getting very, very similar performance to this 105-watt CPU. Wow.
Yeah. So
okay.
It's great. It's performant and all of that. But yeah, man, it is pulling the pixies out of the wall socket over there. Yeah.
Yeah. You put that, what do you call those little things, the little boxes that you put in before you plug it in? Kilowatt. The kilowatt. Yeah. You ask the kilowatt, and it starts sweating a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and this is the CPU I'm running, right? The similar, TDP up 28 watts. So, typical 15. So, yeah, we're talking similar power usage as the 1240p. But I'm getting almost double the performance out of the thing. It's just the efficiency cores, man. Like, my question is, I haven't seen anything about it. Like, how good are those efficiency cores? Because without them, it's a side grade. If I'm just considering performance cores, there's really not a reason for me to go to the 12th gen or even the 13th gen, because it was incremental.
I was going to say, what about the 13th gen?
Right. So let's look at that one.
If you're going to do that, that makes probably more sense for you.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. Dan's going to pop a little bit because I have to do a search on Newegg. Okay. So.
All right. I just held my breath. We're good.
Good call. Okay. Come on, my guy. This is CPU bound, by the way. The reason that the web page is taking so long to render is I'm sitting at 100% CPU. All right, 1340p. Let's go apples to apples. It's the same processor, 1 gen up. I imagine we'll see maybe like 1,000 point increase, maybe 100 on the single thread. I don't think we're talking much. Yeah, here we go. So 3587 single thread, 3291. So that's still a pretty decent step up.
It's a little jump, yeah.
Slightly more efficient. No.
Same number of cores.
Yeah. Okay. So here's another issue, and this finally brings me to my last rant on Fedora. But hang on, let me see what chat's talking about here. So yeah, I do want to see your opinions on the 5700 XT. And
yeah, I agree. It's probably not the greatest card, but it's worked pretty well for me.
Yeah, I don't play games that just dropped today. Like I've never been a person to do that. So I think its launch was not great. The Vegas were worse. The Vega cards were terrible on launch and took forever to make it to the kernel. And even on Windows, the experience was subpar.
Right.
And while the newer gen, what do they call the new ones? Whatever the newer gens were much better, but still AMD has and still has to this day a bad rap for their driver performance, because they're always just like, oh, we have a new card that works amazingly well. The drivers suck though. Now Intel may have that crown because their launch was probably worse than AMD's, but that's because that was the very first video card they ever put out in their entire forever. So, we can cut them some slack for that. Let's see. All right. Yeah. So, 13900K. Oh, I know. This is your Alienware, right? The P&E cores, but it's a desktop, so I don't know how it affects laptops. This will be in a NUC. So while it's still a laptop CPU, my real question, I think, would apply to your actual box. So, the efficiency cores quite often get used, ? Like, are they always churning? Are they always doing stuff? Do the efficiency cores hand off to the performance cores only when it goes over a single thread's capability on the efficiency core? Those are the questions that I've got. And if the answer to really any of that is yes, then I think it's worth my time. I think it's worth my, what was it, $400? That's pretty decent for a last gen box that I'll have to buy RAM, but RAM is so cheap right now. Like $40 and I'll have 16 gigs or more.
Right.
Probably.
Which would be fine.
Yeah, I think it's like $65 you can get 32 gigs. Like that's an insane amount of RAM for $65. But if that's kind of how it works, then it's definitely worth it. Because, me and Dan's Discord conversation would be sitting on those efficiency cores. That's just a stable stream of CPU. I'm watching it right now. I think the efficiency cores kind of sit next to, and Discord's single-threaded too, because it's, well, no, Chromium is multi-threaded now, but Discord just sucks.
Yeah, the version, the Electron wrapper part sort of breaks some things.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah, but
because you're stuck on a certain version.
Yeah, and I'm looking at BTOP right now. How many of these little processes could be on not my performance core, and that would alleviate my problem? Now, the problem runs deeper. The problem is either Fedora or Plasma or something that makes Dan crackle when I hit 100% CPU. But all right, okay. So let's get into this 5700 XT thing real quick, because I'm curious. Middling card, I'll agree.
Yeah.
Performs similarly to the 1080, and that's actually the reason that I bought it, because a friend had a 1080 and I didn't want NVIDIA, but the 5700 XT was, price performance, especially as we're getting into the whole Bitcoin thing, or not Bitcoin,
Right.
just crypto thing in general. I mean, it was a no-brainer at the time. Yeah, and so yeah, 1070 would definitely beat it. But I think there's so many things that are just optimized for NVIDIA that AMD never really had a chance when it came to stuff like that. Things that were
Yeah.
optimized for NVIDIA would absolutely just be 100% trounced by
Mhm.
AMD. Would just be just yeah, and it showed. It showed.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree with that.
let's see, software. What do you mean by software support? Yeah, what do you mean by software support? Does that mean like the games that supported the features in an AMD card, or is that like you're talking like the things that'll control the fan curves and all that other weird stuff? Because out of the gate, AMD didn't have a lot of that stuff built in. They do now. I think on Windows, you can set everything now, just within that Ryzen Master. Is that what it's called, or is that the CPU thing? I don't remember. But
I have
yeah,
no idea. This machine's never seen Windows, so I have no
yeah,
idea.
and honestly, your machine probably thanks you for that. But
Yeah.
you
I mean,
also
I guess I take that back. It's seen it in a VM, but that's it.
Oh, okay, okay. Honestly, did the machine really see it then? Because Linux
No.
obscured it all.
Yes, absolutely.
It was like, what is this task scheduling? I don't understand any of this.
Nope, never seen that one.
Okay, you got a Red Devil card. Yeah, I went Sapphire. Sapphire. So the thing about my Sapphire card was that I never, unless it was that fan issue that I was talking about before, I never actually heard my fans fully spin up for any reason whatsoever. I could watch the GPU usage thing and it'd be at like 95%, kissing full usage, and I'd never actually hear the fans spin up.
Wow.
But I think there's some kind of weird hardware communication issue between the fan and the controller and the card. And sometimes it just does not connect. And the fan's just like, well, we're not connecting. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the temperatures are. So just 100%.
Run.
Yeah. I
Run.
I think that's what's happening because in that card, there's a small contingent of folks that are running into the same thing. So I bought new fans. That fixed the issue for a little while, but I think the issue is Sapphire and
Mhm.
something in the way that they manufactured where those gold contacts will touch. I think it separates them, and when it separates, especially when things get hot, right? When it separates,
Mm.
there's no contact, and the fan just fail safes into cool it down. And I appreciate that, but when all I'm doing is watching a YouTube video and seeing 5% GPU usage, it's like,
Yeah.
really, fans? Come on, dude.
Right.
I can't even hear the video, like, for real.
I could say my experience has been really good with this particular model, from XFX.
Mhm.
Um, it if I'm playing a game, I can make the fans come on. Like I can do enough to
Yeah,
make the fans come on.
same, of course.
Most of the time, like even like no, never. Not unless I'm playing something that's really intense.
Yeah,
Do the fans come on the graphics card?
yeah. I'll hear a slight, wind when I was
Uh,
playing World of Warcraft in the main
mhm.
cities where it was the most CPU intensive. It was the most graphically intensive, just because there was so much going on and so much stuff happening. I would hear it come on, but it definitely wouldn't be anywhere near full fan speed or anything like that. So
Yeah.
legitimately, I cannot think of a time where I ever brought it up like that. And
Right.
I would do rendering off the video card. That would just,
Right.
stress it out, and it still would be all right. So I really
Right.
appreciated that about it.
Yeah.
I think I just lucked out. Sapphire was a good choice for that card.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Adam, I think he's totally right.
Oh yeah, he
It's
echoed.
a midline card, right? I mean, and it works okay. It's just not the best,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
it was always meant to be, right? Because there's a
Mhm.
5900 as well.
Mhm.
That would be
Right.
the top of the
The
line
top
card or
end.
whatever.
Right.
Yeah, but the
Right.
5700 I think was the first one out.
Well,
And
the other I'll say what's a little better probably. I actually bought both of the kids the 5500s.
yeah,
And that's just a little bit smaller card. It's only got 2 fans instead of the 3 fans that I've got in mine,
yeah.
and, it I think it's the best bang for the buck. that you could have got. It's almost as performant as mine, and it uses way less power.
Yeah.
So
The only reason I even slightly for a whole hot minute considered an NVIDIA card was because you can use like stable diffusion and stuff like that on it and do a lot of the AI generative stuff. And
right.
if you heard last episode, I mean, not Chat GPT, but I'm very much into the whole predictive intelligence stuff. I think is that the phrase that we settled on? Predictive
Yeah,
intelligence.
I think we might have said modeling, but
There you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
that works too.
Yeah, I like that stuff. That stuff's really cool. And so the thing at the beginning of the stream that I was like, "Don't look, don't look, don't look," it was because I was doing the tweeting and the tooting and the chatting and everything on my Mac.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Great battery life. Let's see. Yeah, AMD drivers are bad. They definitely were. They settled out. The software got a whole lot of features. I think it got better over time. But I mean, if you bought it on launch, man, it was
launch probably would have been terrible, but
so hit or miss. So hit or miss.
Yeah,
I had an Amazon gift card for $100. I had an Amazon credit for like $200, which is why I bought that card. Because I think it was like $3.99 or something like. So I got the card for $100, something like that. And because otherwise I would have waited, or I would have got something else. But I'm glad I waited. It was good. Yeah, features optimization sucked. Yeah, HDMI audio was broken. I never used it. I always use the onboard audio, or I use just because I'm on a podcast, right? Like I have a bunch of audio interfaces and stuff. So I mean, I would rather.
It's always something to plug into.
Yeah, I would always offload to something like that. So the HDMI audio never bothered me. Plus, the speakers on all my monitors suck.
TV, I was gonna say the TV or monitor is probably not as good as something you're gonna feed it into.
Yeah, so I never even crossed my mind to use the HDMI audio, but I believe you. I definitely believe you on that one. Fan curves were awful. But like I was saying, my Sapphire was just so good. I think it's a manufacturing defect that I run into that weird loud fan sometimes, because every other time, man, like it was the most silent card I've ever owned, dude. And I had the one before it too. It was like the last, before we got to the 5700s and whatever line that was, it was like the
580s.
Yeah,
580?
I had a 580X for a couple days, and I sent that boy right back. I am not joking you. That thing was louder than my microwave.
Wow.
Dude.
But like the 580s were super popular. They sold a ton of those things.
Yeah. I just got the wrong card. I think I got the wrong manufacturer, the wrong whatever. The heat sink shield thing was just terrible. I don't know what it was, but oh my God. I played one night of games, and maybe I just got a bad one. I don't know, but I sent that.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, I sent him back so fast. I felt bad about it too, because it's an expensive piece of hardware, and I'm usually one to just suck it up. But nope. And that was a month before I got the 5700 XT. I was so happy when it wasn't a microwave in my PC. Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So speaking when it was new, yeah, true. So it's come a whole long ways. It's a whole lot better now. I really kind of enjoy it, both on Windows and on Linux. It is a stellar card. I hate that you have to jump through so many hoops to be able to get to some of the hardware in Linux, whereas in Windows it just works. You know, like DaVinci Resolve specifically is the issue, because not only do you have to use, to be supported, you have to use like an Ubuntu or something, or maybe like RHEL, but you also have to install things that aren't available in RHEL, or they're available in Ubuntu, but you know, you still have to compromise. And this is another reason why I considered NVIDIA for a whole minute. Yeah, no. Every time I look at NVIDIA, I'm like, ooh, but, and then also, nah, I'm good. I appreciate it though. Yeah, you're the driver support and stuff. I totally get that. So, yep. Morning. Oh yeah, it is morning in Saigon. Good morning. You missed all this, all the CPU chatter, video card chatter, but long story short, I want new toys, and I don't know what to buy. But I'm curious if anybody has any experience with the efficiency cores, performance cores on the Intel side of the 12th and 13th gen. But yeah, oh yeah, you were saying I skipped over that because we were still talking about the video cards. But if things are done properly, the E-cores are a great option. The issue I see is that my experience with Linux has not been very efficient with those cores. And I kind of brought that up a little while ago, talking about how Linux's start on that was later. So on Linux, Adam, if you're still around. Like what is that experience about? Like, is it just that like those cores never see any action because of maybe the scheduler or something, or are they just totally not used? Yeah. What is your experience with those efficiency cores? Yeah, and I saw earlier you said doesn't prefer the E cores over the P cores. Is that something that like we're gonna see? Not really a priority. Okay, so I wonder if it's something that we're gonna see fixed up in a later kernel, or if there's maybe
maybe.
microcode that might
Well,
kind
it
of
seems like a
patch.
kernel thing, right?
Yeah, I would suppose so. But is it something as simple as changing your scheduler?
Oh, they tweak that thing all the time, so
Yeah.
maybe.
So, and I know that the distributions choose different schedulers as well, like BFQ, MQ
Mhm.
Deadline. There's a few options that you've got, and if is
Yeah.
changing one of those, worth even looking into, or what? But I guess overall, going to the 12th gen would still net me a whole lot of gain, right? Like, I mean, we're talking, to 15-20% increase in single thread rating for the performance cores. I mean, that's fantastic already. And we're talking 4 to 4. So it's, I'm just getting a pure step up. And then I also get efficiency cores on top of that. Even if Linux decides to, use them half as much as they're supposed to,
Right.
that would still be a net gain on top of the single thread performance that I'd be getting just moving up a generation from the laptop to a NUC. And I also get the ability to not have to use a Steam Deck dock to plug everything in.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about this last Fedora thing. And Dan, maybe and I know you're not a Fedora guy, so
I'll try to help.
I totally
I mean,
understand.
I know some people. If I have to, I'll phone a friend.
I mean, this might be one of those things because I know I've talked to Neil about this a little bit, and he recommended using things to kind of band-aid over the situation, but it wouldn't support everything. So I'm talking about the limited support of video codecs with the FFmpeg libs free that are issued in Fedora. That's what you get by default.
Okay.
You install
Yep.
something like Kdenlive, and it'll install the FFmpeg libs free, and it'll give you a limited set of video codecs, but like you can't encode into X264 or H260, whichever one the one is. But
Yeah.
you can encode to that by default because it's not supported by the FFmpeg because it's patent encumbered, and Fedora refuses to ship that. So the alternative
True.
is to obviously install RPM Fusion and get FFmpeg or FFmpeg libs from there to bring in the patent encumbered codecs so that you can just use your system the way every other system works. Sorry, I'm a little passionate about this one because it affects me greatly a lot all the time.
Well, we use it a lot here.
A lot.
Right? I mean, it's a fairly important thing for the stuff we're doing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, hold on. Before I get totally into that, peak core utilization even when just doing something like watching a video in MPV or chat, and I'll tell. Yeah, I mean, does that happen in Windows though? So the performance cores pretty much just never get touched in Windows. Is that? I mean, for things like that, because even in Windows, I'll see the on a non-efficiency core CPU, I'll still see the clock hit maximum, like 4 point whatever gigahertz, turbo speed, whatnot, on an Intel. Okay, so they'll maybe touch the peak cores, but then get shoved back down to an efficiency core as things settle down, maybe. Phoronix didn't show a lot of performance increase for Cache OS. Well, we're gonna have to look into that. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar either.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, 12th, 13th gen is still substantial improvement. And I think, wasn't it Bruno talking about in Discord how...
Yes, Bruno was... Yeah, he said there was a big jump.
He said... Oh, he wants me to overclock it. Oh, God. That might be too much. It is a NUC. It has a very... what is the word I'm looking for here? Tiny fan. I don't know if I can overclock unless I...
It's like laptop-ish.
Right. Well, so is the processor
Yeah, the processor in there and the cooling is it's probably all modified laptop parts into a different form, essentially.
It is. It's in a pint box, but laptop parts, because I even have to use laptop RAM. You have to use SODIMMs on this box to be able to do RAM. The cool thing is, though, so here's the reason why I wanted to do the NUC, though, is that even the tiny NUC, so there's two NUCs. There's a tiny one and a fat one. The tiny one can do a 2280 full-size NVMe on its own PCIe lane, and it can also do a 2242 on one of the, I don't know if it's SATA lanes or if it steals the entire USB port, something like that. But it's got some dedicated bandwidth. So it's definitely not as fast. Use it for storage, not for system or something like that.
Right.
So each NUC has two storage options, and the fatter one, the taller one, I think they call it slim and tall. So the tall one has an additional port for a full-size 2.5-inch SATA drive. So I can get like a 2 terabyte SATA drive and shove that guy in there, get a 1 terabyte 2242, and then get another 1 or 2 terabyte 2280. Like, that's so much storage in a 4x4x4 box. That's insane for such a tiny box. I mean, like, you could do a NAS in something like that if you didn't have
you could
exorbitant storage requirements. You could NAS that up. That's quite impressive. All right, let's see. I'll take a look at that. I need to minimize Discord because it's cranking my CPU up.
Yeah, well, we don't want that.
All right, people who buy NUCs just want the terror. What? Wait, hold on. Why are NUCs bad? Oh, shut up, Adam. Because on the same thread, listen, the reason that I went with NUC is because I could put Linux on it and not have to deal with the bleeding edge of Asahi. It has crossed my mind. You are not wrong to just bite the bullet, spend an extra $100, and get an M2 Mac Mini. It has crossed my mind. And I got scarily close to just hitting buy and hoping nobody saw the little red button in the top left instead of the top right. And I could have just been like, you know what? That's just KDE. No, it's KDE. It's just KDE. Don't worry about it.
You'll be okay.
I know. We have the least toxic community that I've ever seen in my entire life, and I don't know why. And I really appreciate everybody that hangs around and does not just take a big fat dump on.
Listen, you could put Asahi on it. It's okay.
I know, but the bleeding edge thing is what gets me. It's that but wouldn't that be cool? Like, I do think that would be cool. Like, eventually,
Get a Mac Mini for Asahi.
Yeah.
I could get behind that.
100%. So it has definitely crossed my mind, Adam. I really, really, really am thinking about it. I do like the ability to get into the guts of a NUC is really kind of what is kind of drawing me to it.
Makes it a little more attractive, especially when you can add storage and whatnot. I think that's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't get that in the Mac Mini. Sorry.
Yeah. And the three storage options. Oh my God, the entire issue was Discord, dude. I minimized Discord and I'm down to 50% CPU usage. What
Discord
is up with Discord?
Well, we're in a video chat, so.
Dude, no, that window's still up. I still see you in the face.
Oh.
But it's like the animated GIFs and stuff in the window.
Yes.
Dude, how are the animated GIFs in the window eating up 40% of my entire 8 threads? What? Look, I'll send you a screenshot of B-Top right now.
I've got a crypto miner in the background.
It might as well be, dude. No joke. Look at this. I'm gonna. Let's go. Let's see if Newegg pushes it up. It does, but it's not anywhere near what it. Oh wait, 95, 66.
It's like we're at an auction.
Oh my God! Just minimize Discord was the answer. That's stupid. That's stupid. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Oh yeah, Asahi Super. So we go to a hibachi place, and I always get either Sapporo or Asahi, and they taste like beer. So I do appreciate that. It tastes like what you expect it to taste like. I tend to buy a bunch of Texas beers, because they're the same price and they have a whole lot more flavor. But I imagine if I lived in New York, I would just go with New York beers. Uh-oh, hold on. Wait a minute. No, that was me.
Oh yeah, it was.
I can't. Hold on. I can't minimize it?
I don't know what you did, but it stopped.
Okay.
It froze and froze and froze. It froze on the stream too.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
why don't
man.
what is up with that?
Weird. Well, I bring Discord back up, and it's back up to 100%. We're 80, 67. Okay, I just can't have Discord in the foreground?
I don't know, but it definitely froze. You froze on Discord, and it was just no.
Okay.
It was not having it.
Okay. So
I thought your whole machine locked up because you
no.
on OBS as well.
Okay, what was the last thing I said? Because I was talking a lot of trash. I wasn't paying attention to me either.
It was like you were coming to a revelation of some sort, and you kind of like, oh wait.
Oh, and then I froze.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it happened when I minimized this. Hold on. Okay, everybody, be prepared. It may freeze again. I'm just gonna minimize Discord. That's all it did. You heard me talk about minimizing Discord, right?
Oh yeah. And then that was it. That was like.
Oh. Okay.
Lights out.
All right. Do me a favor, Dan. You got to do a dance for me. You got to dance a jig so I can see when it Yeah. Hey, awesome. Yes. We're still here. Everybody's still here. That is. I have to isolate this. By the way, that is becoming a GIF. Dan, why don't you have a green screen?
Yeah, that's gonna be posted on Mastodon in about 10 minutes.
You better believe it, guys. Clip this. Clip that part.
Hey, you asked, I delivered.
Yeah, Steve, thanks, appreciate it. Yeah. See, the minute Leo has a revelation, everything freezes, right?
Yeah, it was. Yep, that's it.
Too big brain over here. That was what happened.
Couldn't contain it all.
Too much brain. Too much. Yeah.
Leo's big ideas broke the internet.
It happens every time. Happens every time. All right, but I'm thinking about 12th gen, 13th gen NUC. We'll figure that out one of these days. But for now, let me go back over here to where I know on my website there's not a whole lot of JavaScript happening. I'd
Yeah,
make sure of
definitely.
that. Okay. All right, let's get back to what were we talking about? What was I talking? I was ranting about something.
I'm
Apparently,
not sure.
and the rant was too heavy for the
Well,
internet.
you were talking about getting a Mac Mini.
Oh, okay, yeah. I really want to do that though. I mean, for nothing else, just to run DaVinci Resolve on and not have to think about anything. But
Mm.
what's worse? And I guess the Linux folk would say buying the Mac would be worse than buying an NVIDIA card to run DaVinci Resolve on.
Yeah, I think I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. Well,
I
Adam
feel like
backs me up.
buying the NVIDIA card's probably just fine.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. But Adam backs me up. Adam says just having a Mac for video stuff ain't bad. But I did admit to something that I won't say again out loud earlier, that you just make that happen today. So
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I have thought about it. I don't know how to deal with it.
Well,
'Cause-
from the technical side, on Linux is a little bit kind of an easier path, I would think. He is a much more recent deal. I mean, it just, thinking about it, there's been like longer time getting NVIDIA cards on Linux than the other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm thinking it with the Mac, I mean, I would leave Mac OS on it. That at least for the time being until Asahi had matured.
You could just dual boot it.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, because Asahi does work through their
You can boot both.
because it's like it's not boot camp anymore. It's called
No, I
something
forget what it's
different,
called. Yeah.
but it's basically that same idea. Yeah. Okay. So is Wolfgang a Linux guy? I know Tech Hut's not a Linux guy. He just does a lot of Linux stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been watching Marco and Alyssa and all of those folks work on Asahi, and you're right. There's a whole lot that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah. I don't know. I'm in a rock and a hard place, but I mean the NUCs are so cheap that I feel like I could get one now and then maybe get a Mac Mini next year or something. And
There you go.
then, because I try not to. I've got disposable cash, but sometimes I have to pump the brakes for myself because I don't want to get in trouble.
That's fair. That's fair.
Fair. Yeah.
Still gotta have a strategy, so gotta map these out.
Well, I got other things to buy, right? Like, we still have the that Friendly Elect thing. I found it, by the way. There was like a whole 2 weeks where I was like, oh my God, where did that little thing? And it's tiny. It's like this big. And I had the little metal case that we bought, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, but the arm board is not in it. Where did it go?
Oh,
yeah.
right.
And apparently I had put it in a little box that my daughter had decorated.
This little guy.
Yeah, that guy. I put it in a little box that my daughter had decorated and promptly forgot about it. And so, months later at this point, I'm looking for it. I'm like, where is it? And it was only because I was cleaning up around here that I looked in that box and I was like, oh, and my headphones.
Wow.
My wife has a the Facebook goggles, whatever those are called. Beat Saber is so fun, dude. Like, I will sell my soul to Facebook, to Meta, for Beat Saber. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, so I was looking for those headphones so I could give to her. so that she could play Beat Saber and it'd be louder in her ears.
Right.
And I was looking for my little arm board because I finally wanted to start messing with that because I actually do have an access point for it now. But I couldn't find the board, but I found the board. So, and that was just last week. So I found that board, trying to get back into that. I
haven't done anything with mine either. So
right. I think I got further than you. I have IP Fire on it.
see, you're already leaps and bounds.
Yeah, because you got to buy that USB UART little.
I could bodge something together.
You think so? So you have a chip that'll do it? Oh, what are you trying to do? Solder something?
No, I've got the serial USB to 9-pin serial adapter. I could come off of that and bodge something onto the board to just a couple of jumpers.
Okay.
That's really all it is.
I mean, if you think about it, you should probably record that.
Okay.
Turn that good camera of yours right up there. Turn it down to the table and just.
I could do that.
Yeah, especially if there's soldering involved. That would be cool. I will edit that video and we'll.
I wouldn't even need soldering.
Heck yeah.
I'm just gonna say.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it happen.
All right. So I need that camera, and then I need OBS of your screen because you're gonna have to serial in like minicom into that guy, and deal with it. So okay.
Right.
All right. I mean, no promises or nothing. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
I'll see what I can do.
But if you can do it, yeah,
I'll see what I can do.
I'm down.
All right.
Some hardware hacking. That'll be fun.
That's a challenge.
Yeah. And I need to, I really do plan on doing the whole IP Fire setup, like all of that, on not on a live stream or anything like that, but on screen, just, so I can blur out that or box out that IP address out there. Listen, Shodan, take it easy. I don't need you.
You just do it behind your NAT and then to get some bogus address. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't imagine IP Fire has UPnP turned on automatically or anything like that. So I don't have to worry about getting like an HP subscription and plugging in the printer and it being like, guess what? I'm on the internet now. Shark pictures from rando guy in China.
I feel like you wouldn't have to worry about it, no.
No, probably not. Probably not. But that's going to be fun. I really do want to dive into that. I mean, we spent the money on that, Dan. We have to follow through.
I know. I know.
That was like season 3 promises, wasn't it?
Yeah, and here's efficiency at its finest because I've got an i5 3rd gen desktop that's driving my firewall and router, right?
Oh yeah. That's right. You're still on. Are you on OpenSense or PFSense?
OpenSense.
OpenSense, yeah.
And so that's kind of a power hungry fella too. And if I can get it down to this little tiny thing that plugs into a USB-C, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, because you're talking like that i5's got to be 65 watts or so,
probably,
right? It's in that range, plus all the other peripherals that you're not even using on the motherboard, like the accessories on the motherboard. You're not even using the audio port, but it's still getting powered up, so that's a couple watts.
And you could probably imagine it doesn't get a ton of attention as far as dusting the fans and whatnot, and it's not new anymore, so. It runs all the time, so it's always sucking in the dust.
Yeah, it gathers a degree Celsius every month as a result of the dust.
So
and then that fan.
That's making the power consumption go up.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, I don't know.
I'd love to get rid of that thing. This thing doesn't have any fans. It's gonna be great.
Exactly, and I can't imagine. I mean, we were looking at it. I think we decided that the thing would do like 500 up and down. Like it wouldn't do the full gig, but it would do work.
Well, that's fine for me because I don't have any more than that. So
yeah, and mine is the router I plan on replacing. The ISP is giving me 400 up and down, so that would be more than enough. Might make it sweat a little bit, but at what is it, like 10 watts tops? Like that's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah, again, no fan.
Right, yeah, and no fan. I really hate...
Because that's the other dilemma is my router sits in the living room,
Right. Yeah, so does mine. So does mine.
which is where it's where the cable comes in. But like it sits in the living room, and as you can imagine, fans make noise in the living room, and it's undesirable.
Well, that's why you want big fans. You want like
Yeah,
140 mil.
It's not obnoxious, but you can hear it.
Right. Let's see. How do you
There's no script working for you.
Yeah, how do you turn that off on these websites? Disable for this tab. I want the website. Set temporarily trusted. Yeah. Do that. There we go. Okay. So not to stop us talking about the friendly elect thing. I just want to we got a few minutes left and I want to talk about this.
Okay.
So the router thing, I definitely want to do. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. Oh wow, look at that. We're at 100% CPU, by the way. So
Oh, nice.
JavaScript, man. So NoScript was actually doing work. It was doing a whole lot of work. Okay, let me scroll down. No, still more. Those are GIFs though. Okay. Yeah, no. I think this page is just too much. Too much. But
Can't handle it.
it can't. Well, I guess I won't, but let me see. No, so this is what I don't like about web pages, man. Like the JavaScript doesn't get paused as you scroll down the page when you're not looking at the JavaScript, but it's still rendering the JavaScript in the background.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Efficient websites, OpenRA. Maybe it's too much to ask. They will not charge you to play this game. So it's too much to ask. You get a pass. But still, think about it.
I don't know.
Consider it.
Most of the web is not made that way, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, most of the web is just taken from somebody that put it together and then slapped on a web server, and then pictures are adjusted, GIFs are added, and then you just tell it to go. So, yeah. Still, though, it makes the plasma go crazy. So it's not great. It's not great. Anyway, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off BTOP so I can save a couple extra CPU cycles. I'm going to kill Telegram. We're going to try and keep as much of the CPU to ourselves as possible. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm flying
Adam
blind.
says if your CPU is pegged browsing the web, I think you've got more problems than inefficient websites.
No. Right.
Yeah.
But
He was running a whole bunch of other stuff too, right?
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean like, doing the stream, watching a Twitch page full of JavaScript and a bunch of other stuff too, right? So I mean, it's not just browsing the web. I'm sitting at like 70% all the time. So I'm already using more than the 4 physical cores can actually handle. We're overflowing into the hyper-threading stuff already. So, yeah, adding another heavy website on top of that is just icing on the cake, really. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, Adam, thank you, because this was my last rant. So, my last rant on Fedora, the reason that I was getting into the RPM Fusion thing and never actually finished my thought. Okay, so I was talking about FFmpeg. I was talking about how you have FFmpeg lib free that's installed in Fedora, but the fix for that is to use RPM Fusion and the FFmpeg or FFmpeg libs that lives in RPM Fusion. That would have been what I did about 15 minutes prior to the live stream. I would have used QSV that allows us to use the GPU that's built into the Intel chip that I have right now, to use that for OBS, to be able to send that to the live stream, to Twitch, right? And I wouldn't be using software encoding, the CPUs. Bruno, you are upside down. There you go. There you go.
It's because he's on the other side.
Oh, the toilets flushed a different direction. I know that's not true, but I still like to say it. But right. So I would love, Adam, I would love to use QSV to encode the stream to send to Twitch, but I can't because I ran into this issue where on my blog, and this is the only Fedora I've ever had installed that did it like this, and I think it's because I installed Kden Live from the repositories, and now I regret it all. But I installed somehow FFmpeg libs free, which only contains the free codecs that FFmpeg lib can or FFmpeg can convert to. And then when I installed RPM Fusion so that I could get access to the real FFmpeg libs that contained all of the stuff, including H.264, which would enable QSV to be able to be used in OBS, it told me no. It said, and I have it in Kate. I planned on this to talk about this. Let me see. Will adding here. Let me stop with the JavaScript over there real quick. We'll come back to that. I'm going to try and see if I can do one more window capture. And maybe, just maybe, I won't explode the stream. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. Here are the issues that I ran into. So this is after enabling, there we go. This is after enabling RPM Fusion so that I could, and I didn't bother doing FFmpeg libs because I was like, you know what, maybe I will need to do some video conversion over here soon. So let me just get the full fat FFmpeg. So I installed FFmpeg, and then it told me, and this is on Fedora 39, problem with installed package FFmpeg free. FFmpeg, the one that I wanted to install from RPM Fusion, conflicts with the free one provided by Fedora itself. And I was like, well, that's not cool. I don't want that. Well, let me just get rid of FFmpeg free, right? I mean, that's the next logical conclusion. Just get rid of the one that conflicts and then install the one that you want. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously. So I get rid of, right here, I get rid of it. And it takes Kden Live with it. So I'm like, you know what? Fine. Take Kden Live. I'll install that in a Flatpak. I don't care. Whatever. Get rid of it. I need FFmpeg. So I get rid of FFmpeg free. Sudo dnf install FFmpeg, right? Obviously. That's what we do. And now it says,
Of course,
install. Now we are having a conflict with libswscale free. What is libswscale in the first place? Surely it's something, but the libswscale that apparently comes from FFmpeg libs conflicts with what's provided by the system. Okay, so now, I thought we were done with RPM hell, Dan. I thought we were done.
No, I think you found it.
With that. And
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you found it.
Apparently, it's alive and well.
Yep.
Can I just check? Because I'm sort of catching up here. Are you talking about Fedora?
Correct.
Mhm.
Fedora 39. And I want FFmpeg
Yeah.
libs.
So that's So as a Fedora user for how many years now, I've lost count. That's just standard. That's just exactly how we roll. That's you start up, and this is how we do it. And yes, it's something that's so remove this. Okay, we'll remove that. I'll just put it back on. And then remove something that the system produced from the install, and then you try to reinstall it. And it's like, hang on, we've got a conflict because there are remnants still from the previous one. I'm like, well, that's because it came with Fedora. I thought you knew this. So no, I get you, but that's welcome.
Why?
Yeah, 100%.
I should have
100%.
just... Ubuntu 24.10 can't come fast enough.
And if you want to really have fun, play around with Docker in Fedora for more than 20 minutes. And when you walk into security issues or like alias,
SE Linux.
Yeah.
Yep.
Meander.
Yeah.
Ryan.
100%. 100%.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, and I thought it was just going to be a step-by-step, it's going to complain, I'm going to remove it. It's going to complain, I'm going to remove it. But I immediately hit a brick wall because what is the next step when you realize libsw scale free is the thing that you need to remove to be able to move forward? You remove libsw scale free,
Of
right?
course.
Of course. Well, apparently what happens is when you do that, sudo dnf remove libsw scale free, you run into this. The operation would result in removing the following protected packages: Plasma Desktop.
All the DE. Yeah.
What?
Standard. That's like, they should just put that in the doc with a couple of screenshots. Just like, it's like,
What?
You know, I had forgotten why I'd stopped using Fedora. Now this reminds.
yeah.
What?
The memories come rushing back.
And
Adam says
It's
DNF
no.
swap.
The documentation doesn't help. That's the biggest. So sorry, I was just gonna say the documentation just doesn't help too, because it tells you do this, and then it goes, but doesn't tell you. Yeah, but what if it's going to remove my whole D environment? And it's like, oh well, I mean, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. So there's a DNF swap. DNF swap dash. You know what? Let me just share this guy. Apparently I can add more sources without exploding things. So let's look at this. Oh God. Okay, so it's blurred on my screen, but here, look. Let's do. Nope. That's the wrong one. That one. Okay, so maybe you can read that. Let me make it a little bigger.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, but watch. This is gonna break. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't actually work when I do that. That window capture is frozen. I have to redo it. So that's another issue with Wayland on Plasma, is that anytime you change the size of the window, it breaks the screen share. And then you have to go and actually redo the whole thing. Okay, see, so that was
Plasma
too wide.
5, by the way.
Yeah, it's Plasma 5.27. So that's too wide. I have to scale it down a little bit, and then I have to go back in, and then I have to select the window again.
I can make it out if it makes you feel better.
There. Okay, that's about the right size. Okay, cool. So
That's perfect. That's fine.
let's clear that away. So sudo dnf. Oh no, not sudo. Let's just dnf swap help. What is dnf swap? Let's look at this. Okay. For remove and install one spec. Let's see what it would do. I still have RPM Fusion installed. I still have all of that stuff ready. So how would I use this? DNF swap, remove spec, install spec. So that is package. So DNF swap the package I want to remove, then the package I want to replace it with. Is that... Okay, yeah, okay. So Adam threw that in the chat too. Okay, so sudo DNF swap ffmpeg libs with ffmpeg libs free. Thing I want to remove, right? No, thing I remove, then thing I want. It's backwards. Okay.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Free. Okay, so I want to get rid of free. I want to add libs. Okay. Hopefully it asks me. Because we might just
Ask you for your password. That's what it asks you for.
Oh, look at this. Oh, boy. Problem with installed package. Oh, see, libsw scale free again. Well, would you believe it?
I guess you got to swap that one too.
So do I swap that one first?
Oh, then you'll have to remove it again. And then, yeah, it's just this beautiful everlasting cycle. Yeah.
I love it. It's my favorite. This is my favorite thing about Fedora. I love Fedora. Okay. I should probably read some of these other packages just in case, right? Okay, see.
Allow erasing.
Adam, stop it. You're getting scary though. But so the last time that I was prompted with the ability to do allow erasing, it would have allowed erasing of Plasma Desktop. Or maybe I read that wrong. Let me see. Yeah, look. Oh, I don't have it. Hang on. Yeah, okay. So let me. Nope, not that one. Not that one. I'll learn how to do. Yeah, I don't know how to do OBS. So there we go. Okay, look at this. Here's the error from before. Problem: the operation would result in removing blah blah blah, and then the next line is try to add skip broken to. Oh wait, no, hold on. Where was
Well,
it?
that's skip broken.
No,
That's
no, no.
not allow erasing.
There it is. A couple lines above. Here it is. Try to add allow erasing to command line to replace conflicting packages or skip broken to skip uninstallable packages. Okay, it'll prompt you before the transaction. That's only slightly a consolation, Adam, because I'm the kind of guy that would accidentally just hit enter because it's muscle memory.
You got this. Let's do it live.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me just sign off now, just in case the live stream goes
I'm kidding.
blank or something. You know what? Have yourselves a good week. I'll see you again on the next episode, and we'll see you again on the next live stream in a couple of weeks. Have a good one, everybody. Now let's try and do this thing. Okay,
Let's try and break it properly.
Let's just full on. Look, I still want to play a quick game of OpenRA, okay? But I can't do that when Plasma Desktop got uninstalled. So we'll just see how this goes. All right.
You don't actually need Plasma, do you?
You know, to play OpenRA? No, I think I just need like the Wayland backend or something, and I think that'll still be there. So we'll be good. As long as I have X Wayland, we're fine. Okay. So here's the real question then. Do I even worry about DNF swap, or do I just go straight to the whole allow erasing command that I was recommended before? So lib SW scale free provided by lib from updates, blah, blah, blah. So allow erasing to continue.
Adam says do the swap.
But I need to add the allow erasing?
Right.
Oh, where'd it go? Didn't I have it? Okay, well. Didn't I ran that command. Yeah, there it is. DNF swap, ffmpeg libs. Okay, so I just need to Okay, everybody. Gonna borrow this command. Oh, how do you paste in console?
Control Shift
A
V.
Control Shift.
Control Shift V. Got it.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
After you do yeah, there you go.
And then allow erasing. This is scary. Oh God. Oh God. Oh no, that's not so bad. Shh. It's scary.
No, that looks like the solution right there,
Dude,
buddy.
Hold on, but that's just scary though. Just allow erasing is just scary. Okay. Okay. No,
Yeah, the
nobody
bad name.
tells you this.
Wording kind of sounds a little.
Nobody tells you this. This is not in. Maybe it is. Maybe I haven't looked at the RPM Fusion recommendations for FFmpeg for a long time because I've never had to do
Maybe
this.
we should have started with reading the instructions, is what you're saying.
Why would we do that?
No. We read the instructions. Fedora's not. No. That's Fedora. That's Fedora's fault. It's
Right,
100%
yeah.
Fedora's fault.
Okay, you know
It's
what?
not
Actually,
free up.
you look at the live stream. I actually turned it on for a sec because Dan almost got me to read the instructions. I'm not gonna do that. So, FFmpeg libs, great. FFmpeg lib AV device, good, great.
It's gonna
264
work.
libs, 265 libs. That's what I want. Oh, because the other thing I wanted to complain about was that I couldn't actually watch what I'm streaming on the Twitch webpage because I don't have X264 libs in Fedora because they don't give it to you because patents. So
No.
that's annoying, man. All right. Well, it doesn't look like it's gonna uninstall Plasma Desktop this time. So I
No,
think
this is gonna work.
I'm just gonna do this. I can't. Well, I guess I can reinstall Firefox. It'll be fine. Or not reinstall. Just restart. All right, guys. Good luck. Oh, it's doing it.
I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
Yeah. Sorry if the stream cuts out a little bit. It's downloading stuff, but we're fine. Oh, those were small. Those were tiny. I appreciate you, Adam. I wasn't going to do the allow racing thing. See, I hadn't done anything proper on the RPM Fusion thing because I haven't even accepted their GPG key yet. That's how scared I was.
I'm sure it's fine.
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah,
Okay.
Adam's spot on here. Yeah.
All right. That
I know
looks
where to
like
go.
it did it.
Looks like it did something, yeah.
Yeah, for real. No, yeah, Adam to the rescue. I think let's see what happens if I Okay, sorry if you get an echo because I'm about to refresh the Twitch page that will probably have the video on it. Maybe? I may have also just lost the chat. So, whoops.
Oh, goodbye. Nah, there's nothing.
Okay. Well, Dan, you just read off the
I'm
chat.
watching. I can do that. Actually,
I think Firefox didn't like that now it has codecs.
No, maybe.
Oh, wait, but also no script. Let me how do you turn that off? That's
there you
probably
go.
the bigger reason. How do you just turn off no script? See, is that all to temporarily trusted? Okay. Oh, that's what it was. It was no script, not the codec.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah. Look. I got video now. Oh, cool, dude. All right. So
Nice.
that totally worked. All right. Well, at least I'm there. But
That's good. See, I'm gonna remember that now.
Well,
that's gonna help me.
Neil wanted me to update my web page that recommended installing FFmpeg libs from RPM Fusion because of I'll have to go back to the post, but there's a thread in the Discord where he's talking about you can replace it with these things, and you won't have to install RPM Fusion. But I was like, but I do want X264. Like that is super important. And Twitch apparently fails the Netflix test that Dan you invented the other season.
I put the patent on that.
Yeah. And then I think that morphed into the Disney test because Netflix went to AV1 maybe or something.
Yeah, Netflix was like, yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
And then some of the other streaming things got a little harder. And some of them still don't work.
Right. Okay. So we got that situated. That's fantastic. Okay. I'm happy. Okay. This might actually fix the QSV issue. All right. So Adam, to your recommendation that I should use the GPU to do the X264 crunching and then spitting that out to Twitch. Maybe I can do that now. Now that I have
that will help.
X264 libraries on the system, maybe now. And there may be some other packages I need to install, but I had limited time getting this set up because I am me and I procrastinated setting this up until 30 minutes before I needed to do it. So I only got so far.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
30 minutes. That's great. Well done.
I know, right?
Distro hop before the live stream?
Well,
That's
it's because my daughter went to go hang out with her cousins. And so I was like, oh my God, I have like 45 minutes. And then so I procrastinated 15 minutes.
Plenty of time.
And then I was like, it's okay. Maybe I should get ready. And so and then we still started late.
You did the right thing because any time a father can blame their children, it must be done. I think it is canon.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's my daughter's fault. 100%. 1,000%. 1,000%.
Right to me.
Yep. Yep. I'll do it again. Okay. All right. So cool. All right. We made some progress today. I feel like now it's time to unplug and play some video games. That sounds good.
That could be good.
That sounds good to me. All right. I can not save that text file in KWrite because that is now stored canonically on Twitch's servers for the next 7 days. I will probably download that and issue that in YouTube one day.
Cool.
That happens on Fridays. Usually I try to do that on Fridays. Okay, so, and then, cool. So we got that now. Okay, OBS. See, I don't know how Steve does it. Steve, are you still in here? You are just, I don't know how anybody on streaming stuff does any of this. I can't remember what is even happening in OBS, dude. Like, and this is just in one scene. Steve, I know you got like 8 scenes out there.
He's got nested scenes. Come on, catch up.
Dude, I watched it wasn't this most recent one, but it was like the last one, and you were tinkering with OBS, and I wasn't lost. I understood
He wasn't
the
lost,
words.
but it was way over his head.
No, right. Like, I understood the words. I understood what you were doing. But when I'm in control of all of that, I just can't. The wires don't connect. And I got one scene, dude. I got one scene, and I'm like turning on and off little I can't even remember what the applications are because I didn't name them. Because why would I name them? That would make me slightly more efficient. Absolutely not.
Steve's
But-
got 50 scenes.
50? How?
I got like 3 max. I mean, I mean, it's like tabs in my browser. Once I have more than how many fingers are on my hand, it's just like, oh no, get these out of here,
Dude, actually, you're right. Because
caveman on OBS.
yeah, dude, no, Ryan, I was watching your thing the other day, and it was the same way. Where it's like, I don't even understand how. How do you do? Well, first of all, you probably prep more than 30 minutes.
Yeah, but that wasn't prep. That was reinstalling your operating system.
But still, yeah,
That's not
yeah.
prep. That's not prep.
Yeah. There wasn't much. I mean, there was like maybe 10 minutes prep.
I don't know. Then,
I mean, there wasn't much to it.
then I don't even know. You
I
guys
don't
are so smart. This is so I get this all the time, right? Like, I'm like explaining subnetting to somebody, and it's like, wow, how smart are you? And I'm like, it's just simple math. It's no big deal.
Just maths, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess this is how you guys are with OBS. It was just like, well, you just click that right there, and that's it. And I'm like, but what? Man. Okay. All right.
But people are like that even if they see you use the command line in regards to like just in terminal.
Right.
And you're comfortable with like DNF and a flat pack. And like I remember when I first learned, I remember I was part of a Linux group, and I think his name was Michael, and he started this was old Fedora. This is Fedora 9, I think it was. And he was doing everything in terminal to sort of get me set up and help me sort of get started because it was a bit more raw back then. And I just remember watching him in terminal going, how, what? And then he opened another terminal because we didn't have tabs then. So he had the second terminal. And he ran the second one, and my mind was just like all I was trying to do was get DLNA working. And so it seems that way. I mean, that streaming stuff, that's insane. 50 scenes to try to juggle that. That's just like,
I don't understand you, Steve.
Yeah.
It's so good though.
Yeah. You just have to watch more of his streams. You'll catch up.
I caught a few minutes of when you were messing with the streamer bot thing, and it's just so far out there. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm just good to stay on topic, and you saw how that went today. I got off topic at least a half dozen times.
I was gonna say, do we ever do that?
No.
I didn't think so.
Well, me and you, Dan, I think we suffer from the same problem a lot of times.
For sure.
But still.
Definitely.
Okay. So I don't think we can get to combined arms today, because I think what I wanted to do was I wanted to like play a game of OpenRA to show you the simplistic side of it, and then go into combined arms. We'd have to go through the process of adding that mod to OpenRA. So Dan, I have a question for you. Do you have approximately 15 more minutes?
Yeah.
And by 15 more minutes, I mean another 3 hours.
No.
Okay. So somewhere in between, we'll kill the game in the middle if we have to. It's not gonna be that long. But you already downloaded some of the OpenRA stuff, right?
I clicked those 3 red boxes right there.
Oh, you have all 3. Okay, cool. Let's start at the beginning.
Well, I had no idea what we were doing, so.
All right, let's start at the beginning.
Clicked them all.
You want the Tiberian Dawn one. This is an app image. That's fantastic. Okay. So.
I did that. I downloaded those, made them executable, and yes.
Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. And I don't even have full confidence that this is actually going to work. Because I am Like I've never done this on the stream, and I've never done it on Plasma, and I don't even know how stable OBS actually is when playing a game on Plasma. I haven't done that yet, so we're woo. Let's just
Might
say,
be short game anyway.
you know what? So again, have a good couple of weeks, guys. I'll see you again on the next live stream, and we'll we'll go
Yeah,
from
all
there.
those good things. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna double click. I've made it executable. I'm gonna double click. OpenRA Tiberian Dawn. Here we go. Good luck. I'm not going to download the audio, by the way. I don't want to get
either.
copyright striked.
Nah, I didn't do that.
Okay, that's working. Good thing OBS was over here. I'm going to try and add window capture. Okay. Let's see if I can OpenRA. Share. Okay. Okay, look at that. Okay, cool. Can I put... See, Steve, this is what I mean. Like, dude, what if you didn't plan for it? What if you didn't actually plan for doing this, Steve? How do you do this? There. Check it out. All right, so can you add a filter that makes things transparent? Surely, right?
Maybe.
Scaling, scroll, sharpen, chroma key, color correction, color key, image mask? Quick, Steve, how do I make things transparent? Apply
What do we do?
LUT? Is it a LUT? No, it's not LUT, is it? Amount? Pass through alpha? What is that? That doesn't do it. All right, I'm going to spend a whole 45 more seconds on this, and then I'll just...
What you trying to do?
I want to make our our faces, I want to make them transparent.
Why don't you just put it underneath?
Opacity. Here it is, guys. Oh my God, I found it. Great. Awesome. Perfect. This is great. Okay, I wanted to do that so that you could actually see the game through our faces. Like, there's not going to be a whole lot going on over there. It's going to be where stuff builds and stuff, but still. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go quick install. Thanks, Steve. Hearing that from you, the streaming master, gave me a little bit of boost of confidence. I appreciate that. All right, so quick install. Downloading. It's basically just downloading the game. I didn't do the full install. It's got the... Oh, no. Stop. No. No. Hold on. I'm gonna mute all the desktop audio. Okay, because I don't actually think... so if y'all are saying anything, I'm sorry. It's not going to go out on the stream. I can hear you, but it won't go on the stream. Because I don't want to get copyright struck for this music, man. So... Hang on. So I'll get in there. I'm just going to set my name, control scheme. I want that classic. It's got to be classic. UI scale. That's fine. You know what? Let me just make the cursor real big. And I enjoy purple. So let's go purple. By the way, everybody needs to do this. Send your system information to OpenRA. Let them know what you're playing on. And that you're playing on Linux so that everything is cool. People are cool. So let's do that. Settings, audio, music down. Perfect. Okay, now audio's back out to Twitch. Now you guys can be heard by the world. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I'm going to turn clicky stuff down a little bit. That was kind of loud earlier. Video volume all the way down. I don't want to get struck for that. I don't think you get struck for a video like that, but just in case. All right. Everything else is good. All right. I've never done multiplayer games. I usually just play this on my own by myself. So, Dan, have you launched OpenRA?
I haven't yet.
All right. Get in there. Do those couple of things. Quick install. That way it only gets the necessary junk.
Okay.
And then what I want to do is I want to make a game, me and you on a team, couple computers on a team, and then we just go wreck them. On the easiest mode possible, because I play this game a lot, but I'm still very bad at it. Oh, beautiful, Adam. Yes. I bought CNC Remastered, and it wasn't groundbreaking or anything like that, but my God, it's such a good game. It's such a good game. I don't know of any other game like it. It's just building things as fast as you possibly can, building up your army as fast as you possibly can, trying to keep your cash flow up as much as you can during that time, and just either harassing or trying to eradicate the other guy as fast as possible. And there's just not a whole lot of other games out there that actually do that. That is the focus. Because you have like SUPCOM, right? Supreme Commander. And it's about building the biggest army absolutely possible with maximum tactics and doing, 4 to 12 different battles on the battlefield at the same time. And it's just so much macro. So much macro. And then there's StarCraft, which is similar, but I mean, again, it's just so much macro. And while this game can have a lot of macro, it's so much simpler and it's easier to understand and get into and play and have a good time. So I've just always gravitated toward this game because I can, like, Dan, I don't know if you've ever played this game or not, but
No.
After one game, you'll have a good understanding of it. If you liked it, you can go play it a little bit more and get better and better and better. Whereas the other games, you really have to have a deep understanding of what's going on. Now, the mod I want to play adds some of that depth, but it's still not like those other games. It's just way more simple. So,
Gotcha.
Okay, so
I'm here. I'm in the same spot.
Okay, I'm gonna create one. I guess you know what I'm gonna call. It's going to be, password's going to be Dan123. That's going to be the password. I'm going to advertise online.
Nice and secure,
You can enable... Oh, so I have to have UPnP enabled to make this work? Oh, are you saying... I wonder... Okay. That may be a problem. So I'm going to create this. We're just going to see. Dan, just see if you can find me. Game has not been advertised on. Never mind. It actually tells me. Well, that's way better than the original game. Master server communication established. Server port is not accessible from the internet. Game has not been advertised online. Okay. So you check it. But I don't think you... Oh, wait. We can just log into one of these other ones.
Okay.
I wonder if we can just... Oh, but then it would pit us against each other. And that's not really what I want. I wonder if we get into one of those, if we could just say, you know what, computers... Here, let's find out. Let's see. If I join USLA... Oh, can I? I might be able to. Cabal. Hey, yeah, Dan, join USLA official 01.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm the master guy. And then we can be on team
Just have to
1.
join?
They can be on... Yeah, I think so. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna
Yeah, we're there.
You're in team 1. I'm going to turn these guys off. Okay, so Cabal, I think, is the easy mode. All right, I'll take A. You can take B. I'll give them E and F. So they'll be more likely to attack me than you. Okay. Allow spectators. Cool. I'm going to do this quickly so that wow, it's actually working. I'm surprised it's actually working. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. All right, and this guy. Yeah, he can be blue. Blue and red. Dan, you are green. You can change your color if you want.
I'm good with green. Green's good.
I guess if you want to think about it like that, GDI are the good guys, Nod are the bad guys. I kind of like the story of this game because neither of them are actually the good guys. The GDIs say they are the good guys, but the things that they do quite clearly say they are not the good guys, but Nod tend to be terrorists. So, I mean, they're easily the bad guys. But anyway, so the story is complicated. I really like it, though. All right, so if that's all good, are you ready?
Sure. What have I got to do?
Okay, so it's very point and clicky. Have you ever played Age of Empires?
Yeah, maybe way back.
Okay, so it's very similar to that game, but
Okay.
less complex. I will, for the first few things that you're building up, I'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start. Start game. One or more players are not ready.
What do I got to do?
I'll force
Oh,
it.
there we go.
All right, so click on your guy, and I think you went with modern, so probably right-click him, and he will build.
Looks like, yep.
Okay. Then in the right-hand side, you'll see a power plant. It's the only thing you can build right now. Click on that. Oh, the sound is in the wrong
there it goes.
sound. Well, sorry, buddy. You won't be able to hear anything. You can kind of build it anywhere. I tend to build it kind of far out toward where I think the people are coming from, so to the right. But just click it and then click it on the ground wherever it's white. And then you want to build a refinery next. And do you see that little green squiggly stuff probably to the bottom left of you or left of you?
Yeah.
You'll want to build a refinery close to that stuff. That is money. Turns out in this game, an asteroid hit Earth and brought with it what's called Tiberium. That's that green stuff. After you drop that down, you want to build a barracks. So a meteor hit Earth. This stuff starts growing. Basically kills you if you walk in it. Don't do that. But apparently we can use it for energy. It's like infinite energy, essentially. And so we use it to trade now. And so barracks, you want to build them as far out to the right. For you, it'll be like
the
top
opposite
right.
side.
Yeah. That's where all your dudes are going to come out of. When you click on the barracks, in the right-hand side, you'll see that it changes your tab, and you can start making dudes. So minigunner are your basic dudes. Then you have rocket soldiers who are good against like tanks and stuff and aircraft. Engineers are really cool because they can steal buildings. Wow, did you see that? There was a plane. Oh my God. So the AI already has a airfield? That's not even possible. Holy crap. What? All right, so when you drop your barracks, go back and make a weapons factory. Are you GDI? Hold on. No, you're GDI. Okay, so you want to make a weapons factory next.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all your tanks are going to come from. Okay, so I guess it is possible. I was just talking. Okay, that's the fourth vehicle they have. These guys are just insanely fast. That's fast.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like like in Mario Kart where the computers cheat to catch up and stuff. I don't know if that's that or if I'm just this bad at that game, at the game. I feel like maybe I'm that bad at the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so when your weapons factory is done, drop it semi-close to your barracks or whatever. Be all right. And a couple of Humvees are good. You probably want to make a harvester soon so you can gather more Tiberium. But now is also a good time to make another power plant. You will need one. We'll make an advanced one later. But we need a communication center for that, I think. Yeah. So I'll drop us power plant. Got a couple Humvees. Make a couple rocket guys. And let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and make the... Oh, no. I need a refinery. So another refinery is probably good right now. Let's see. A couple power plants. You got weapons. Oh, yeah. So click on your barracks and click on your weapons factory, make some minigunners and make some Humvees. So like 10 minigunners maybe and 2 or 3 Humvees. Oh no. So there's a Tiberium zombie guy, and those can totally wreck everything. And he's just hanging out in my base. That's great. That's just great. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, please, little vice guy, don't kill me. Please. For my tank, I need communication center. All right, let's make that. Make one more Humvee. Oh, no, he keeps getting closer. Stop it! Don't come closer. Don't do it, please. Stop it. Stop it! No! Oh, he did it. Oh, he's coming. Oh, no. Okay, and these guys... Oh, no, okay. All right. Okay. That was a lot easier than I remember it being. That was probably because I was 8 years old when I was playing this game. That was really... I was even worse. So maybe that's it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start sending my Humvee guys. You can see what I see. So if you go up a little bit, you can see me and all the stuff I'm seeing. So I'm sending some Humvees now to kind of scout out a little bit. Uh-oh, silos needed. Build stuff. Let's build some tanks, get a couple rocket guys, some grenadiers. I think that's how you say that. And an advanced power plant. Cool. Oh, this blue Tiberium, there might be some outside of your base, is worth double money.
Oh, okay.
But it's always in a place where like you have to kind of risk it a little to get it. But that makes sense, right? Be a little risky. Make advanced comm. So if you get to the point where you can make an advanced communication center, that's where your super weapon will come from. And that is an ion cannon for GDI for us. And that is a super powerful, like single target attack. It takes like 8 minutes or so to power up. And then you just drop it on some poor little dude. Oh. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, they have artillery. Oh, they both came for me. Oh, no. Okay, come on. Get the artillery. Got it. All right, cool. I saved us, Dan. We're saved.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go try.
I gotta sign off and get some dinner going. So nice talking with you.
Yeah,
we'll see
good
you.
talking to you too. We'll see you soon. All right, I'm gonna try and send some dudes over that way. See if we can retaliate. But you concentrate on making more dudes. Let's see. Make a communication center from the buildings, if you can.
I think I got one of those going.
Cool. Oh, oops.
Yep.
But,
says it's ready.
Awesome. Drop that down. Uh-oh. I accidentally killed all of my dudes. Yeah. Don't play like me. I'm bad at this game. You go over there. Okay, we might lose this game, Tim. Oh no! Ah, got him. Oh no! They airstruck me. Oh, that was terrible.
I was gonna say they target you.
They did. Oh no! Not my guy. Come on, that guy. Get that guy. Right there. Okay. Well, So anyway, that might show you a good idea of how the game is played. I have already died. This could have gone better. Well, that was good. Okay, so build all the guys you possibly can, as much as you can. Minigunners would be good right now. Oh, they already have chem warriors. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, well, that's all of my military. It's gone. Oh, wait, look, wait, hold on. I might be able to... Oh, I don't have any money, though. Sell that, sell that. Get some money at least. Got him. Come on, guys. Oh, no. All right, I'm saving you, Dan. Just build as much as you can. Oh, that was rough. Oh, that was rough. Well, if you ever wanted to know how to be bad at this game, just watch how I play it. All right, next time we'll put ourselves against one AI. Oh, hey, now that I can see everything.
You've been defeated.
I sure have. Definitely dead. Dead as you can be.
Oh.
Yeah, they're after you now.
Incoming.
All right, so I would go down to your base, select all of your dudes, hit the A button, and your cursor turns red. And then tell them to move like up. Just anywhere up there. And then they'll just kind of fight. Good luck, guys.
Nope.
Yeah. That went about as well as
there goes
mine.
my tank.
Yeah. Well, hey,
power.
see, that was a good introduction. That's the idea.
That's how you lose.
Yep, that's how you lose. We have shown the world. And it only took 12 minutes. So my 15-minute thought was about right on the money. So let's just Oh, so what happened, I think, is so you had maximum money at the time. And if you built more dudes that would use up that money and allow your harvesters to kind of continue doing their thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep. But you could also make in the defensive structures, I think, or maybe in the regular, you can make silos, and that will hold extra money for you.
Gotcha.
Right. But that was actually kind of cool because that was not against GDI. That's basically how the story goes too. But yeah. So okay. All right. So
all right. I think I got enough to get some practice.
There you go. Get started. Play a couple of games. Learn how to play better than me, and then I think we'll be golden. And maybe if I can, so we got FFmpeg. I might be able to convert over to QSV, which will give us more headway on the CPUs, so that we can actually. So you won't be so crackly on my end. It's just my fault. Right. And then, okay, so we'll see how that goes. I think I can do that. And then between now and next time, we'll play a couple more of these maybe, if you're down. And then we could also try the combined arms. So before we quit the stream, let's see, I'm going to turn that off. No, not wrong one. That one. Back here. Yeah, cool. So that was the base game. So we were basically playing the base game that came out with a couple of patches in 1995.
Right.
That was, hold on.
Tiberian Dawn. Yeah.
Yes, that was the very first Command & Conquer 95 that came out. So my question is these filters. Oh, There we go. Okay, so now we're fully opaque.
I gotcha.
So that was the very first game. We could try playing out Red Alert a little bit. It's the same principle. Instead of GDI versus Nod, it is Soviets versus Allies. But the same basic game is the same. And then there's this other game called Combined Arms. This is a mod for OpenRA. And so the game looks the same, plays mostly the same, but it adds a whole lot of depth to it. So there were games that came out after the first two, so after Tiberian Dawn and after Red Alert. There was a Command & Conquer 2, essentially. It was Tiberian Sun. And then there was a Red Alert 2. There was a Red Alert 3. There was also a Command & Conquer 3.
Okay.
And so all of the factions, all of the intricacies of all three of those games were essentially backported to OpenRA. So it looks like OpenRA. Looks like the game that we just played, but it has all of the technologies, all of the factions. It introduces the Skrin, who are aliens, essentially, into the game. So there's a GDI and multiple subfactions. There's Nod, multiple subfactions. There's Allies, multiple subfactions. Soviets, multiple subfactions. The Skrin with multiple subfactions, and another faction that came out in Red Alert 3 called Yuri. So it was a guy that allied with the Soviets called Yuri. He was a mind control guy, but then in the expansion, he broke away, kind of did his own thing, and then the Soviets were meant to destroy the factions of Yuri that came up after the fact. So he's his own faction in Combined Arms. So there are 6 full factions with sub-factions, and they also introduced the idea of, so in most games like Age of Empires, you have like this forge or something where you increase your tech. So like you make things stronger, you give yourself more options, things like that. They introduced that idea because that's not in the original, and then a few other tweaks and bobs and new units and stuff. So it expands on it. So if it's something that you want to do some more of, we can we'll work our way to it.
We can do that.
Because this is such a cool thing. OpenRA needs more people and stuff. And then Combined Arms, by the way, actually commented on one of our videos. One of the things that we, when I had mentioned that we might play that, they were like, "Be kind of cool if you did." So I was like,
all right, then.
You know what? All right,
Maybe
then.
we'll work our way into that. Yep.
All right. So I'm glad the game worked. I'm glad it all kind of went off without a hitch.
Great. Oh, went good.
And then, I guess that's it. So let's see.
All right.
Anybody still watching? Thanks for watching. Thanks for having a good time. Thanks for hanging out and all of that.
Thanks for joining. Yeah, always.
And we'll see you guys again in the next one, in a couple of weeks. We'll see you guys soon.
Weeks.
All right. Bye, y'all.
See ya.